Finding a rental here in the Philippines is not as cut and dry as you might think. A lot of people will just assume that, wait a minute, I would like to live in the more provincial areas. You know, the prices are going to be cheaper there, right? And not quite, not exactly, because everything is supply and demand.
First of all, let me show you the extreme. Now, if you are a handy person like Daryl here, which he has a YouTube channel as well called Expat, he rented this place for only 2,000 pesos a month, so $35. Now, he did it with a long-term lease so that he could spend his time renovating the property into what he wanted to have. And at the time I visited him, he had only spent $977, and this was the outcome. So for a very low cost, if you're really handy and can do the work yourself, you can get yourself a really cool piece of property with, a shell to work on and build yourself, again, a really awesome place as a rental. Okay, this next one is not really in the provinces, but it is not in the main city. So outside of Dumaguete is Dauin, and these apartments were very, very reasonably priced, anywhere from 15,000 up to a large one of 30,000. They were nicely furnished. Now, some of these foreigners had bought furniture for themselves as well, so they did add to them, but it was very comfortable. Lived in 2 minutes from the beach here in Dauin, which is a very popular destination. This big house was the 30,000 pesos per month, which is a fantastic deal. A whole slew of these apartments are all over the place. I was able to get tours in all of them, and I really thought they were quite nice inside. Everybody who lived there did enjoy living there, so that's a good sign. But yeah, these are the kind of things you can get outside of major cities where populations of foreigners, expats, have been going to for some time. Therefore, the supply has been built up. Okay, my hometown of a population of only 190,000, it is a provincial city. So here you have lower cost living here, but a lot less rentals. But you got to get inventive. And our friend Sang here, he went down to the beach and he found a place right on the water that's really quite nice. It's small, don't get me wrong, it is small, and it is near the dry fishing area, so you got to be okay with the smell of fish. But he had a great deal that he made for only 10,000 pesos a month, so $200 basically, and it's a really decent place that they're quite happy with it. You have one indoor bedroom that had air conditioning, you have a huge outdoor living space with a kitchen, and of course this gorgeous view every day, especially if you love people watching. So yeah, good deals can be found, but they're a little harder, and he had to explore to find this one. Staying in Roxas City, this apartment came available that I recently showed, and now these apartments are about 13,000 pesos a month, which is a great deal. Got a little mini kitchenette. It's a studio type condo apartment sort of deal. Has a balcony and everything, air conditioning, everything is very modern, has a great bathroom, and typically you're going to find these apartments to be downtown area. You're not going to really get yourself out in the country, or right now, at least in our area, not by the beach. And here's another apartment that's really close to the beach, just steps away, called D. Delars. There's several apartments in this area, and very affordable, about 15, 16, 17,000 pesos per month. Now they're all furnished, but you will see with the furniture in there, there's a lot of wood type furniture. But they do have screen doors, they do have air conditioning, fans, fridges, all the basics, television, things like that you're going to need. So they have everything, although the mattresses on the beds, they are the thin type. So a lot of foreigners that will rent one of these for like a year, for example, they will buy their own mattress and replace them out. The bathrooms are decent, everything is clean. And the fact that you're steps away from the beach is why the 16, 17, 18,000 peso per month is a number they can get in this area. You also get like a little dirty kitchen out the back. It's kind of closed in. But it's an interesting thing. We probably won't use much of it, to be honest. Okay, let's change things up a little bit, and I'm going to show you this penthouse back in Dumaguete. This is a 3-bedroom penthouse suite with astronomically great views. As you can see, in Dumaguete and places that are like that, where you have a lot of foreigners for a long period of time, you will find that a lot of units are quite a bit bigger than you're going to find in other places. So these are geared for foreigners. We like a lot of space. We like big living rooms. As you can see, this one has a swimming pool, tennis courts, everything. And the price on this 3-bedroom is only 45,000 pesos a month. A view of the beach, restaurants are all nearby. You're near everything that you want to be around when you're living in Dumaguete. And then down here on the second floor here in Dumaguete, you'll see that this is a 2-bedroom. Now, it's a bit smaller, obviously, but it's still bigger than many condos that you're going to find in the Philippines being built today. The kitchen here, you know, it's decent. You're going to be able to do most things. It's got a range hood, but you would have to buy your own hot plate sort of thing. But otherwise, it's really nice. The fact that you have a bedroom like this, and then you can have the other one as an office, is a really good idea. And you can always have that couch flip out and have bigger amounts of people staying over. And as you can see with this second expat, what he did is he just turned the whole thing into like a kitchen sitting type area, which makes sense. A lot of people like hanging around in a kitchen, chatting and talking, having coffee. And then he has the bedroom set up, and he has a fantastic office setup. These ones are going to run you about 25,000 pesos in Dumaguete. You're near all the action. You got all the amenities. It's a really good deal, to be honest. Now, how about I show you what the big city has to offer? This is Eastwood, which is a big township in the Manila area. It's near BGC. This is a penthouse, a 2-story penthouse condominium. It has spectacular views, walking to everything you can think of 24 hours a day. Everything is open. Of course, he had good taste. He has me on the TV there. Anyway, from here, though, you can go to any part of Manila very quickly, grab everything is all available to you. Malls, everything are connected to the actual building. There was nothing you wouldn't need in a place like this. If this is your type of life, this is going to run you 65,000 pesos a month. Plus, if you have parking, you may have to pay extra parking, usually about 10,000 pesos a month. Okay, let me show you another fantastic apartment. This is the green belt of Makati, a super high-end place with really amazing condos. You can see by the size of the rooms of this place, it is enormous. Now, it was barely furnished, if at all. My friend was renting it while his house is being constructed in Manila, and you can see the master bedroom was quite big, really big spaces, lots of amenities are available in the building. You're near every restaurant or whatever you can ever imagine. Look at the walk-in closet on this thing. It was incredible. Like, every woman would love to do their makeup in that and everything. They had very large bathrooms in both of the rooms. They have a maid's room that comes right off of the kitchen. Everything you can think of was in these places. Now, to give you an idea, though, these are running for about 80 to 100,000 pesos a month. Even though there's a lot of them, there isn't a lot at this size. There's a lot of studio type sizes that are going to be in that 25,000 pesos a month. But at this size, you'll have to pay much closer to 100,000 pesos. Now, this was shown on one of my more recent videos of a house that was for rent in Iloilo City. This one gentleman I met, he has many houses that he's been buying, renovating, and getting it ready for expat type rentals. He charges around 25 to 30,000 pesos per month, and his houses are quite modern. They're really well furnished, and he puts on all the little extras like CCTV for your front entrance. You have your own little command center when you walk in and out of the house. Gives you some peace of mind, but also he gets in there some good appliances and things that are going to last. Now, this guy, he is in high demand. He's actually had another house where it had a little small pool that to this day, even though it's been 3 years since I filmed it, I still get tons of emails asking to come and rent his houses. So these are the kind of things you can find in like Iloilo City for 25, 30, 35,000 pesos per month. It's not that hard to find them there because more and more expats have been moving there, and now the supply is starting to catch up. Okay, back in Iloilo again. I want to show you what 100,000 peso approximately, maybe 80,000, can get you in Iloilo. This is Puerto Real, one of the most beautiful subdivisions in the city. As you can see, this house is absolutely astronomically large. My friend Mark was living here for a little while, renting it out for, I think it was 100,000, but he found a better one actually for 80,000 after that. This house had 4 bedrooms and they were very large. 2 large areas, one for dining and this huge living room with double high windows. This place had everything you could ever dream of, plus you would never hear a peep from your neighbors, no roosters, nothing. The place didn't come fully furnished, so you would have to buy furniture if you're doing that, which is what they were working on when I did record this video, so that all of their family would have beds. But it was a really nice place, really large, bigger than anything else they've rented. And this walk-in closet was absolutely incredible. Beautiful place. It was really a beautiful house. And so to give you an idea, yeah, you can get a condo for 100,000 pesos or 80,000 pesos, but you can also get a massive house like this. The very next subdivision is called Ladesco in Iloilo. It's a really beautiful subdivision. Private schools, really big houses are in here. And my friend Steven is renting this house for 60,000 pesos a month. It is quite large, it's spacious, it's got not very much in it because they had to furnish it themselves. So it did come unfurnished, but as you can see, they did a very good job of keeping it very clean, nice, big kitchen. This is all their own appliances though. It does have a really large, almost like a garage, but it's a big dirty kitchen. Big backyard for the dogs to run around. Upstairs, it had like one of those secondary living room foyer things with this huge balcony that they weren't even using. So lots and lots of space, a lot more than what they needed, which just was the 2 of them and I believe a niece that was staying with them. His Filipino wife works from home, so she needed to have an office, and that's perfect for them to have here. But they have a lot of empty rooms and stuff like that. But they really, really love this neighborhood. Ladesco is a highly recommended place. Okay, who hasn't heard of Angeles City before? Anybody? Anybody? Of course. Everybody's heard of it. And there is amazing options in Angeles City because there have been so many foreigners for so many decades. This massive place that looks like a resort, not even a house, with a waterfall pool and a little side pool as well. Huge gardens, like totally great for somebody who loves to socialize. This was an epic, beautiful place. And wait till you hear how much rent it is. Inside, it's got a beautiful, decorated, quite nicely. I don't know how much of the furniture he brought himself or how much was included, but it did seem that there was plenty of furniture that must have been there. They have multiple bedrooms that they just used for like laundry or guests like me when I was staying over there. They have a really big kitchen. They have a big dining room. They also had this strange spiral staircase that takes you up top, which I'll show you in a minute. It is mostly for storage, if you ask me. But this was perfect for them. They're a couple with a young son, and so for them, this was like having their own little resort to stay in. The bathroom in this place was perfect, unbelievable. Had a bathtub. You know how rare bathtubs are? In the Philippines, they're really rare. In addition to all of this, upstairs with this big storage area that you couldn't possibly, I couldn't think of a reason to use all this space, but in the back of the property, you have your own space that you could use for Airbnb or whatever you like. I couldn't believe it because I was like, that's perfect. It's private, it's its own spot. You could have it as a studio or whatever. And get this, only 60,000 pesos a month. Angeles City is truly a top spot. This next house, I'm going to take you back to Roxas City again. Now, this house is quite large. It's one of the biggest with a pool that I've found for rent in our city. Now, this place is beautiful. As you can see, it's very modern, stainless steel, and the neighborhood is quite nice and very quiet, and only a short walk to the beach. You don't need a vehicle if you're living here. You can walk. Inside here, though, the gardens are all taken care of and everything, but the biggest part that everybody's going to be interested in is the pool located right at the back. Now, a couple of subscribers of mine came in and saw me, and they have rented this already since October, I believe, and then it's rented out again for a couple months. But this is such a nice spot. Not only does it have this beautiful pool with actually a ladder and then stairs, so for people that have difficulty getting in and out of the pool, but it comes with all the lounge chairs, everything you're going to need to take care of everything, your own shower. They took care of every little detail. Even inside the house, they have games for you to play and everything. It's a very good place, set up kind of like an Airbnb, to be honest. Inside, they have some really beautiful furnishings in here. Even this stand-up air conditioner, which I was shocked by. It has mesh internet through the house, 70-inch flat-screen TVs, a kitchen that is fully stocked with every type of appliance that you're going to need, from coffee makers to little mini ovens, coffee grinders, even like just small little things that you normally would have to buy, but if you're renting here, you don't need to pack anything. Just bring your suitcases and you're good to go. The bedrooms in here were not huge, but they were still really nice. The bathrooms are good. You have a lot of room and you have good, comfortable beds. My friends are telling me that it's some of the best night's sleep they've had in a very long time. Lots of balconies on the front and the back coming off the bedrooms. Really nice place. Up on the rooftop, though, that is the cherry on top. They have a party room up on the top here, and it includes like a balcony that goes out like a party patio, I guess you would say, that extends right out and faces towards where the beach would be. So really good place, and it's about 40,000 pesos per month on a long-term contract. Here's another recent one that I just showed. David here was renting this absolutely stunning house in a very similar subdivision that's only steps away also from the beach. This one is enormous. It did come partially furnished, I would call it, but he did bring in one of the sofas for himself, that kind of thing. A huge dining room, the big kitchen. It's got a huge dirty kitchen that's not shown on here, but you could see it in the full video. They had more bedrooms than they know what to do with. As you can see, they just have that table in there. Upstairs, they had multiple bathrooms. I'm not going to show all the bathrooms in these. There's a lot of bathrooms. The bedroom here, this one bedroom was a guest bedroom. And look at this. They had a huge walk-in closet with a bathroom. Another bedroom here, another bedroom here. They just don't stop with the bedrooms. There's another one. Balcony goes out the front as well. And only $35,000 per month. In the same subdivision, you're going to see this beautiful house with a pool. Now, I went and saw this actually for myself because it had a little bit of an unusual situation. I didn't rent it, but you're going to find these kind of things. This kitchen was, pretty big. It's decent. It's already furnished, and it's got an island on both sides. A pretty big dining room. There was a back room in behind that there that I never did get to see, but it was a part of it. The living room was pretty big. Upstairs, you have this wraparound balcony that goes all the way around in front of each of the bedrooms. I thought that was quite interesting, and it's very beautiful because you're facing the back river and a very quiet neighborhood. The bedrooms were, okay, but they were not furnished. So at the time, that wasn't very helpful. Just this one mattress in this one room here. But still, wait till I tell you the price. Then you might actually like it quite a bit more. It was only 25,000 pesos per month. Now, there is the one caveat that I'm not telling you that will probably make you go, oh, I get it. I know why you didn't rent it. The master bedroom had to stay locked. It was inaccessible to you. The owner wanted it for themselves to lock all of their things because the owner lives in Japan right now, working as an OFW. But hey, the pool and everything, it was a tough one to give up on. Now, if you're interested in seeing what other properties are available for rent or for sale and all that kind of stuff, I have a whole playlist in my channel that shows all of the videos that show rentals or houses for sale or properties I've gone to look at throughout the years. And there's quite a few in there. So give you a really good perspective. But I wanted to make a video that kind of made it easier to understand the market a little bit, to get a good idea of what things are going to cost in different areas, and what does a certain amount of money get you. If you are looking and you have patience, you can actually find some really amazing finds out there. So if you're looking for anything, maybe put it down in the comments and somebody could suggest to you. If not, maybe I can.
Now, there's something to look forward to. So right here, that's the central bank. And we are walking distance to the beach just down around there. You got, what's this, Tanduay? Yeah, big Tanduay warehouse here. But this, I just found out from some friends that came from America, Filipinos, or Filipino and foreigner, that retiring here in the Philippines, building a nice house right on the ocean. This place is going to be open in the next few months, and it is going to provide a ton of really nice modern apartments walking distance to the beach. So we're looking forward to when this project gets finished, because it's going to present a lot more options here in Roxas City. There's several other different types of things going on because, well, the demand is quite high. So for those of you that are thinking about coming to Roxas City in the next few months, there are going to be more options than there was before. That's a good news thing. Anyway, so hopefully this episode helped. I enjoy it here in Roxas City. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you're not. You should always, before doing anything long-term, try out a place first. See what it feels like, you know? Maybe on a rainy day, or we're gonna be really miserable in some places, and well, there's a lot of rainy days in the Philippines, right? There's entire seasons of it. So make sure you really like a place, try it out for a little while. You know, even a week is better than nothing. But definitely a few months. And then, these are the options. And then maybe you can enjoy your life. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining. By the way, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So close. I hope you'll join for the live tomorrow. Maybe we can hit it tomorrow. I don't know. We're going to keep trying to hit that 100,000 subscribers. If you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Cost you literally nothing. Thank you very much.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back.